Ball's in the air, and Broome wins the tap. He's joined by Skylar Potter, Trey Hollowell, Jake Wolf, and Talon Cooper. Same starting five, all but one game this season.
And Morehead offensively will give you a number of different sets. Most of those will end in a 4-out with Broome isolated in the post.
Wolf knocks down a three on the first possession for the Eagles.
Hey, Wolf can knock down the three, prefers to drive and take and make difficult twos, but showing his range on the first possession. Nice start from Morehead on the road.
This is Jordan King, ETSU starters King, David Sloan, Ty Brewer, Ladarius Brewer, and Charlie Weber. Here is Charlie Weber. He can shoot that shot. Not there, though. It skims off the rim. And the rebound for the Eagles and Talon Cooper. Trey Hollowell steps into a three. He's a great shooter, but he's hard off the heel there. Ty Brewer high for the rebound.
Good job by Ladarius Brewer finding Hollowell in transition and contesting that three.
Ladarius Brewer rips the cords. That's a shot early on in the possession, but he's very aggressive with that take, and when he gets an early make, Bruce, he can be very dangerous.
He is. He's a scorer, and that first one goes down. Look out. Hollowell right there on the catch, but you have to invade his space.
Oh, Broome sheds Charlie Weber down low and slams it in.
And that's not all on Weber. Too easy a pass. Too easy a pitch and catch. Broome knows exactly what to do with it.
A lot of Weber's big games have been against non-D1s. Didn't have a good Naples Invitational, but it'll be interesting to see how he plays against a really solid mid-major center in Broome today. Missing that three is Weber, 0 for 2 early. Cooper chases down the rebound.
High-low action, Weber with the clean look. Can't get it to go down.
Cooper on the drive is able to draw the foul. Jordan King ends up on the deck, and the point guard Cooper, who has played in a previous athletic life with Zion Williamson, growing up in Spartanburg where Zion went to school. He occasionally played on the same team as possibly the greatest prep player of the last 10, 15 years. Cooper is really a key for this team. Top 10 in the nation in assists, but can do a lot of other things too.
And so many of those, Mike, so many of those assists are to the perimeter that result in three-pointers. 7 assists per game, top 10 in the NCAA. A high school you mentioned his high school career, played at perennial powerhouse Dorman. He's a teammate of P.J. Hall, now starting at Clemson.
Cooper goes 1 of 2 at the line, now 19 of 31 at the charity stripe this year, and ETSU down 3 have the ball.
Yeah, that's a number that's down. Let's keep an eye on that if this one's close down the stretch.
Ladarius Brewer elevates again. Misses short that time, and the rebound for the Eagles and Skylar Potter.
Brewer settled for that. He has Wolf on him. Like to see him take him in space.
Broome beats the double team and has another hoop.
It's too easy a pitch and catch. You can't allow Broome to catch that deep on the block. Charlie Weber's going to have to push him out farther on the floor. Perimeter defenders have to get high hands too and distort the field of vision of the passer.
Jordan King's a great shooter. They're trying to free him on an off-ball screen, but good off-ball defense by Jake Wolf. 7 on the shot clock, Sloan trapped, has to throw it wildly out to Ladarius Brewer, who's gonna have to hoist. He does, he hits. Ladarius Brewer's second three, ETSU now with 1,070 straight games with a triple, 5th longest streak in the country.
You called it, Mike. He's so much better when that first one goes down, and did that over Talon Cooper's outstretched arms.
All 6 of ETSU's 6 points in the early going. No look pass, Cooper to Broome. Oh, and a late call by Chase Vaden. Broome went up, came down, and then the whistle came from Vaden, and Broome will head to the stripe.
Chase Vaden, the son of NBA officiating veteran Donnie Vaden.
Vaden joined by Zelton Steed and Chris King today on the 3-man refereeing crew. Broome at the free throw line this year, 22 of 37. Misses that one short. First sub for either side is Jaden Seymour for ETSU to replace Charlie Weber. Weber picking up his first foul. Broome, how about this, Bruce, won OVC Freshman of the Week 9 times last season, 2 off the league record, and especially impressive because it was a shortened season due to COVID.
Led Morehead to the postseason when they gave Bob Huggins and the West Virginia Mountaineers all they wanted in the first round.
8th NCAA tournament appearance. ETSU has 10 appearances, 11 qualifications. Fumbling that one away was Ladarius Brewer, but he's fouled. And the first sub for Morehead State is Jalen Hall, who was hurt in the Auburn game, wasn't able to play for 5 games, but as he's returned, the minutes of Drew Thelwell have declined recently. Expect to see a lot of Hall tonight.
And Thelwell really struggled to shoot the basketball during that stretch. Preston Spradlin glad to see Hall back in the lineup.
10 in the shot clock. Ladarius Brewer drives, finger roll, and draws a foul.
Bucks go 5 out, dive Jaden Seymour. L.A. Brewer able to get the head and shoulders around what he does so well, get into that paint, elevate, hang in the air.
And Brewer at the line, 12 of 16 this year. Improves on that. 4 free throwless games, but it looks over the last couple of contests, Bruce, like he's really stepping into this season in a more intentional way. He was a bit of a bystander at times in those first 5-6 games, but he appears to be the old Ladarius Brewer that the Bucks are getting now.
Playing downhill now, acting more than reacting. As you see the Bucks with a little 1-2-2 pressure.
All 8 of the Bucks' points for Ladarius Brewer as Jalen Hall is able to flip it into the front court with Cooper. Pick coming left from Broom. Pick and roll. Hall pops out, takes a 3. In the corner, Broom stepped on the line. ETSU ball.
Broom showing his athleticism and ability to rebound in space, sideline to sideline, running that down. Grabs about 3 offensive boards a game. So imperative that the Bucks put a white jersey on him when that ball's in the air.
Mentioned that NCAA tournament appearance for Morehead State, their first since 2011 last season. That the same year they got their only NCAA tournament win, upsetting Louisville 62-61 at a DeMonte Harper 3 with 4 seconds to go. Speaking of threes, David Sloan rims one out. And the rebound in some heavy traffic, Jalen Hall. Hall against Ty Brewer, who plays ferocious defense. Really takes pride on this end of the court. Skylar Potter, corner triple. He also rims one out. Broom up for the rebound, and one. Hoop.
Reacted to the new system, but you see them playing faster. You see him implementing his system, and that's getting stops and hitting quickly on offense.
Preston Spradlin in his 6th season for Morehead State. We'll talk more about him later. Janai Broom knocked down a free throw. It's Ladarius Brewer 8, Janai Broom 8. And Brewer now has 10. Double figures early on. And the only Buck to score as the lead is chopped in half.
The Bucks go 4 out, spread the floor, dive Jaden Seymour. Brewer gets the head and shoulders around Skylar Potter. Uses the defender's momentum against him and able to hit that tough 2.
Jalen Hall, money. A 3 for Hall. You see, he brings some shooting that, as you mentioned, Thelwell was lacking in his last couple of appearances.
Well, and there's a reason that Desmond Oliver matched up Ty Brewer on him earlier. Hall able to make that shot, put points on the board in bunches.
Jaden Seymour's first touch is a missed 3. And it caroms into the hands of Skylar Potter. First appearance we're seeing from Jalen Seabree tonight, wearing number 2 for Morehead State, streaking into the corner on the right side. Cooper gonna back down King, up through contact, offensive rebound, he's hit in the face, and he'll go to the free throw line. Cooper is a physical guard, Bruce. He not only, as we mentioned, is top 10 in the nation in assists, but 5 rebounds per game as well. He's not afraid to get aggressive down low.
On both ends, Mike, averages a block shot a game too. That's phenomenal for your point guard, but he's like an NBA body, a big, strong, solid, athletic, physical guy.
Makes the first free throw.
He's a point guard and a power forward body.
Really consistent offensive performer in his 2+ seasons with the Eagles, averaging between 7 and 9 points per game each year. Career high 20, came back in his freshman season of 2019-20, between 6 and 12 every game this year. Not gonna blow you away with scoring, but you can count on him every single night. Makes both free throws. Morehead State has extended to a game high 7-point lead.
Morehead drops back man-to-man. They've been about 95% man-to-man. They will run and jump. Maybe a little full court pressure, but that's just to disguise that run and jump.
Cordell Charles in for the first time. Charlie Weber back into the ball game, makes a post move, kicks it out to Vonnie Patterson making his first appearance. Patterson penetrates, spins, puts one up, tough shot, and a strong rebound for L.J. Bryan in between 4 Buccaneers. Cooper considered it, now pulls it down. Good shooter is Cooper. Career 39% from outside. Seabury drives in, left hand, and Weber's defense enough to force a miss.
High-low action out of the horn set. Thought Seabury got away with the travel.
Block called on Jalen Hall. 3rd foul on Morehead State in the early going for Hall. It's his first, and they'll say before the shot, baseline out of bounds coming for ETSU, as Jordan King is going to re-enter the game. First appearance for Morehead Yasser, wearing number 1 for the Buccaneers. Ladarius Brewer will check out. Another question is, who will score with him off the court? 0 points for the team outside of Brewer, who has all 10.
Well, you don't have the shot blocker in the lineup now. So opportunity to attack the interior.
Yasser aggressively goes and gets the ball in the air ahead of Seabury. King, the Siena transfer. Looking for a pass, and now King's going to pull a 3. Wow, there wasn't much going on that possession, but that's what a great shooter can do for you. The first 3 for any Buck aside from Ladarius Brewer.
Not a lot of movement. The ball appeared to stick in Jordan King's hands, but it's a good thing. It's a brutal screen. Cordell Charles has to call that out. Jordan King just got wiped out.
Delon Cooper left alone, can't do that if you're the Buccaneers. He looks over at ETSU's bench, giving a glare to a couple of coaches that were shouting out signals to the Bucs.
32% coming in, but stepped up and knocked that one down with tremendous confidence.
Yeah, he's been a little down this year. We mentioned 39% career coming into this year, but just 32% this season. You can't imagine the struggles will persist long. It's a big sample size that has shown that he can shoot it from out there.
Both from distance and the free throw line. Looks better at both areas tonight.
King challenging Cooper, and then a block by Seabury on the second chance. 3-on-2, Morehead State. Hall for 3, no. Rebound down low, Vonnie Patterson fighting for it. And it goes off of Patterson last. It'll be Morehead State's ball. They'll get another crack at it with 12:14 to go in this first half.
Seabury really brings a lot of energy in with him when he comes in off the bench, a stretch 4 and a rebounder. Knocking down half his shots from distance. Career high 13 points against Presbyterian.
Seabury and Cooper check out. Hollowell's back in. He inbounds to Bryan. Bounce pass goes to Potter. Here's Hollowell. Coming off an off-ball screen. Hall. Down low, Bryan against Weber. The stronger Bryan goes up, under, misses with the left hand, has another offensive rebound, and he'll go to the free throw line. And that's an area where Morehead State early is destroying the Buccaneers. 4 offensive rebounds. 6th grade math teacher who happened to know Wayne Martin, who was the head coach at Morehead State for almost a decade. Coach Martin and Coach Spradlin got to know each other, and when the time came, Coach Martin made a few calls on Spradlin's behalf, got him in the door, and that was his start. Pretty crazy to think a 6th grade math teacher was the beginning.
Well, that's a long stretch, literally and figuratively, because it's a long drive anywhere from Pippa Passes, Kentucky.
Bryan goes 1 of 2 at the line. Morehead State, their biggest lead of 8. And a touch foul down low on Skylar Potter as Morehead Yasser, big, strong freshman for the Buccaneers, was trying to post up. He's a very intriguing prospect, is Yasser, for Desmond Oliver and company, and they're not afraid to put him on the block because he is so strong and heady with the basketball.
Brings a lot of energy into the lineup. Very good at finishing in transition and just pounds both backboards.
Ty Brewer. This is off the heel on the 3, and the rebound down the bounce for Jalen Hall. Broom gonna try and take on the smaller Brewer. Spins one way, comes back the other. The nice help by Yasser and the takeaway for the Buccaneers. Ty Brewer in the open floor, finds Cordell Charles, who drives, Euro step, but he lost it. And who did it go off of last? They say Morehead State, and the Eagles, specifically Jake Wolf and Trey Hollowell, disagree. ETSU will have a baseline inbound.
And it started on the defensive end. Ty Brewer getting his work done early, pushing Janai Broom out on the floor just enough that it was out of his comfort zone. then made a nice play on the basketball.
Jaden Seymour back in. Cordell Charles out. Ty Brewer, pull up, mid-range, not a good shot. And the rebound for Skylar Potter. Desmond Oliver yelling at Ty to have a better shot choice there. As Wolf up fakes, drew a second defender. Potter makes the Bucks pay.
That's what Potter does, knocking it down 40% from distance. He about shot West Virginia out of the gym in that first round of the NCAA tournament last year.
7 straight for Morehead State. Scoring drought for ETSU of 2 minutes 14 seconds is over. Thanks to Jordan King. He's got his second three, fourth for the Buccaneers.
2 big baskets by Jordan King, both times coming. The ball has been sticky.
Seymour grabbed Broom right before he got the catch. ETSU's 6th foul in this first half, and so the next will mean a 1-and-1 for Morehead State. Out goes Hall. Bonnie Patterson checks out for ETSU. 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Seymour, Ty Brewer, Yasser, King, and Sloan. Inbounding will be Wolf. Got Hollowell, Cooper, Broom, and Potter to pick from. Broom. Beautiful dish. The great vision by the big man, and Wolf rolls it in.
Wow, that was a dime in limited space. Good job moving without the basketball by Wolf.
Deflected pass. Ty Brewer gets it back to Jordan King, and then a bump. That's foolish by Cooper because King was having to straddle that midcourt line. It almost was an over and back, but Cooper's called for the foul. It's his 2nd and 5th on Morehead State.
Just got to the point of no return. Tried to hold up, but his momentum carried him into Jordan King. Decision time for Preston Spradley.
Takes Cooper out. Now who runs that offense? We'll see how Jalen Hall does at the point guard position. Sloan able to keep possession somehow. Sloan across the lane, very difficult shot, fading left. There's Yasser on the glass with the putback.
That's what Yasser does, is attacks the offensive glass. Don't like to see you bounce after you get an offensive rebound, but he kept it low, dribbled himself into rhythm, and able to spring back up and finish it. Hollowell got away with a hook.
Open floor now for the Eagles, and a miss by Potter on the right side of the rim, but Broom earns a second chance. 15 feet from the basket. Down low, Wolf again, and another 2. Broom to Wolf seems to be the combination right now.
Well, it was Broom's offensive rebound in space that extended the possession. Wolf moving without the basketball, making himself available.
Now 6 offensive rebounds to ETSU's 1, 10 second chance points. Seymour had it knocked away, and the steal secured by Broom.
High-low out of the horn set. Ty Brewer telegraphs the pass. Morehead way too athletic.
Hollowell is running the point. And a takeaway from Ty Brewer. Buckle up for Ty. Up high and down with the slam.
Great job of playing the passing lane. Ty Brewer with the run-through steal. Able to shake it loose with that inside hand and finish it. Does that as well as any big in the Southern Conference, the ability to defend in space.
Hollowell with Wolf, Hall, Broom, and Potter. Left wing, Wolf up fakes, gets his defender in the air. Oh, big block! That's Jaden Seymour. Transition the other way. Jordan King does not have numbers, pulls up at the right elbow and drains it. Out of the timeout, Morehead State trying to stop a little mini burst from ETSU. 4 quick points, as it is a 6-point deficit for the Buccaneers, and a bad miss on a 3 by Cooper. Bounces out of bounds. You mentioned Morehead State, of course, being a member of the Ohio Valley Conference since its inception back in 1948. ETSU had a stop in the OVC as well, which is where most of their 55 all-time matchups come from. The Bucks, before joining the SoCon in the OVC from 1958 to 1978. Boy, Jordan King had a look at the rim from about 30 feet. Alley-oop. Oh, Ty Brewer couldn't reel that one in. That would have been a spectacular finish.
Set play, first offensive set post-media timeout. Pretty good job defending off the ball. Jordan King says, my bad. Just a hair off on the feed.
Cooper going to be put out there by Preston Spradlin with the 2 fouls with 7:15 to go in this first half. Bit of a chance taken by the 6th-year head coach. Cooper, though, has certainly proven over his time with the Eagles to be a very smart player as Seabury lofts one. And Ladarius Brewer high for the rip.
Well, you can play a little bit more passively defensively when you have the shot blocker behind you.
Ty Brewer rips the cords from outside.
And that's his game, trailing the break, runs himself into the rhythm. A nice catch and conversion in transit.
Missing the alley-oop, Skylar Potter. 7 straight for ETSU. They've got their mind on making it more, and with the left hand, Ladarius Brewer can't, but a loose ball foul whistled on the Eagles. That will be their 6th of the half. And Skylar Potter.
Only the 2nd offensive rebound by the Bucks. Jalen Seymour attacking the offensive glass to extend the possession.
David Sloan going to inbound. Scoreless so far today. Back-to-back games not in double figures after 11 straight in double figures dating back to last season. Ladarius Brewer, little baby hook. Boy, he has the entire offensive arsenal.
They like that matchup. They don't feel Seabury can guard him in space. They spread the floor. Straight line drive, takes away the help side. Brewer gets a head and shoulders around, able to finish the difficult 2. Don't look now, Bucks back within 1.
They made 5 of their last 6, 9-0 run over the last 2:30. In the paint, Broom, extra pass, Seabury up fakes, and he walked. Another great pass from Broom, who's really picking out every teammate that's open, but the hesitation by Seabury cost him.
Yeah, Bucks without a shot blocker down there. Seabury just needs to catch that and take it right to the rim.
Here's the first appearance for Thelwell. Cooper is going to check out, so they're rationing those minutes from Cooper with those 2 fouls. And they'll try and get some quality minutes from Thelwell, who had a career-high 13 points versus Transylvania, but hasn't made a field goal in 4 of his last 5 appearances. David Sloan with the step back. Wow, David Sloan nails a 3, and ETSU has 12 straight points, and they've got the lead.
Welcomes Thelwell into the game, bounces him back onto his heels.
A steal from Sloan, and he threw it right back to Trey Hollowell as chaos reigns. Ty Brewer gambled for a steal. Oh, Trey Hollowell, you don't see that often, just hit the underside of the backboard on the 3. Ladarius Brewer. Rebound Hollowell, and maybe the pace will slow just a bit, a frantic sequence. There's Broom, great position against Weber, and Charlie had no choice. He puts his palms to the sky and says, I don't know what else to do.
Well, great spacing. They run Thelwell across the floor on an Iverson screen. A little false motion, eye candy, got the Bucks' attention, and then Broom able to seal Charlie Weber down on the block. That's very well executed.
That's 3 on Charlie Weber, and he's going to have to check out. And this is where, as Broom misses the first free throw, you miss a Silas Adeke, who's no longer with the team. There isn't a lot of depth in the front court now, specifically at the 5 position. Jaden Seymour will come back in for Weber, but if you can get Weber in foul trouble as an opponent, that's going to be big trouble for the Buccaneers. Broom, though, misses both.
Not a lot of bulk down there at the 5 spot either, and Broom able to impose his will and back down and catch with 2 feet inside the restricted arc.
Sloan, pretty crossover. Couldn't match with the shot, and Broom has the rebound, his 3rd. Thelwell. Broom in the post, spins baseline, another 2. Broom's got 10, the first to double figures for Morehead State.
Exact same play, exact same side of the floor, similar result. Thelwell off the Iverson screen, bounce pass into Broom, who's posting deep. Bucks with no answer.
First team all OVC, Broom last season, all newcomer team, all tournament team. He did everything you could in his first year in the conference. Ladarius Brewer drives over the top of his defender, and rebound Broom.
And it's all Broom on the defensive glass. You see some white jerseys attacking the offensive boards.
+4 for Morehead State on the glass through 16 minutes of play. Hollowell has space, and you can't leave him that alone. Hollowell's first field goal, 5th 3 for Morehead State.
Too easy, you have to arrive there with him. He gets a clean look like that, Hollowell's going to knock those down more often than not.
Ty Brewer, difficult shot, fading out of bounds, can't get the shooter's roll, and Broom right in front of Seymour rips it away.
Early in the possession, ball doesn't leave the right side of the floor.
Hall, 1. He missed. And the rebound for Yasser. 8 fouls now on ETSU this half, so next foul will also be a 1-and-1. Morehead State at 6, so they're at the limit before the 1-and-1 kicks in.
And Morehead struggles at the free throw line continue. A little more true to form tonight.
Yasser, wow, what an attack that was from Moab Yasser. 8 points or more, 3 straight games after just one of those in his first 6, and you can see he's loaded with confidence right now.
And that's a smart play. Shot blocker not on the floor, take it to the rim.
Wolf answers in the left corner.
Wolf very active offensively. Came in averaging 6 and 3, made a couple of nice cuts without the ball. Not 2 down from distance.
10 points as Jordan King shoots from the logo. That's an audacious attempt from King, and he does have that kind of range, but I don't think at this point in the game, Desmond Oliver will look back happily on that shot.
Or early in the possession as well, Mike. Ball never left middle third of the floor.
They're looking for the backdoor alley-oop to Hall. It wasn't there as Cooper dishes it down low, wide open. L.J. Bryan lays it in.
And that's what L.J. Bryan does, 11 out of 12 from the floor coming in. You see why, a very high percentage shot. Bides his time, gets everything within the framework of the offense.
Yeah, just his second miss on the season coming here today, but very efficient, choosy with his attempts. A lot of those coming from 2 or 3 feet and in. Cordell Charles rolls that one off the rim. Bryan between 2 Buck bodies, and a foul call. That won't be a jump ball, but a foul on ETSU. Ty Brewer's going to check in. And it's Cordell Charles whistled on the infraction. And Charles will check out, having picked up his first foul.
Bryan's really the ideal guy to platoon with a John Broom. Very unselfish, hugs the boards, defends at a high level. Doesn't require the basketball, content to set screens, very team-oriented player.
And a big, strong body, too. Most efficient player on the Eagles the last 3 years. Career 58% field goal shooter coming into this year, and as you mentioned, missed just 1 shot the entire season entering tonight. There's his 3rd free throw make in 7 attempts. 6-0 run for Morehead State over the last 66 seconds. They're 4 of their last 4 from the field. ETSU just 1 of their last 7 from the floor. Offensive rebound by Wolf, and he throws it away. Really able to save it was Thelwell. Great effort by Wolf, who wanted a foul.
But the most disappointing part of the evening, I'm unable to show my hands, ready to catch and shoot. Ball took a bad hop.
I was wondering if you'd leave your body on the line or kind of slink
away. It wasn't
away.
going back to an official. I tell you this, it was going toward the rim, partner.
We're sitting right by ETSU's bench. I'm wondering which rim. Do you have the audacity to try an 80-footer? It's a beautiful take by Seymour, ends in a bucket right at the rim.
Attacked the shot blocker as well.
Hollowell. Around a screen of Broom. Cross-court pass. Thelwell drives baseline. Broom bobbled it. And now Wolf is wide open. This time can't cash in. Rebound by Potter. Worked hard to get around Brewer.
And Morehead just the more active physical team right now. Potter just wanted it more than any of the white jerseys.
+8 on the glass now as Hollowell penetrates and finishes. Morehead State has made 5 of their last 6. They're up 7. 4-second difference between shot and game clock.
And the lane just opened up. Hollowell more of a shooter than a driver, but too easy to pass up.
TSU has prided themselves on defense, but Morehead State is carving them up so far this half. As King buries a triple. Big basket, 8 on the game clock, and having to hurry is Hollowell. He's picked by Yasser, who has the layup. And that'll be it at the end of the ball out of the locker room. A 2 can tie, a 3 can take the lead. It's Sloan, King, Weber, Ladarius Brewer, and Ty Brewer, the Bucs starting 5. Between the circles, Brewer rotates in the corner to King. Mid-range jump shot, Silky.
4 big baskets Jordan King has made for the Bucs. 3 from distance in the first half. And good start to the second period.
King has 13, a team high. Potter down low, it's Broom against Weber. Here comes the help from Ty Brewer. Broom forced to pass it out, and a beautiful one to Talon Cooper. And way up there is Ty Brewer. He's got a 45-inch vertical, showing it off on that occasion.
Good help by Ty Brewer attacking the right shoulder of Broom.
Now Weber, little push shot over Broom, and that's the first time Weber has gotten the better of Broom here today. We've more often seen the opposite.
Well, and Brewer doing what Broom does offensively, establishing position with 2 feet in the restricted arc.
Wolf, tough finish. Comes right back at Brewer, and Broom has 12.
That lane area, no place for the meat tonight.
Sloan. Nails a 3. Sloan's second triple. He's got 6 points. ETSU's 8th from beyond the arc.
And Jordan King created the space, a little blur screen, drew the defense just enough to give Brewer a clean look.
Then Sloan in the backcourt. Fouls Talon Cooper. That's Sloan's first. 4 assists tonight for Sloan of the 7 ETSU has. Sloan comes into today leading ETSU in scoring, 3-point shooting, and assists.
Been quiet in terms of scoring. Tremendous job of quarterbacking the offense. 4 assists against only 1 turnover.
And a great point guard matchup today. Sloan and Cooper right now kind of a wash, both with 6 points. Sloan the 4 assists, Cooper 3 rebounds, 3 assists.
You see Ty Brewer's versatility guarding the 6'4" point guard in the open floor.
Hall backing down against Jordan King, shows his post moves. King, step back 3. Missed that one long, and I think Wolf was holding Brewer, and that is the call. Wolf picks up his first, and the first of the half on the Eagles. Inbound pass for Sloan, and it's for Ty Brewer, guarded by Wolf. Keep in mind, Weber has 3 fouls out there and an offensive foul with.
Looks like a diamond press. They'll drop back probably half-court man.
Wolf whips it ahead. Potter fires across court. What ball movement? Broom was late to elevate though, and David Sloan has a steal. Now the Bucs come back the other way. Ladarius Brewer in rhythm, hits the 3.
And that's the Desmond Oliver system. Force live ball turnovers. Transition those into quick hitters. Bucs do that. 4-point advantage.
Cooper with Potter, Broom, Hall, and Wolf. And now an offensive foul the other way. Ladarius Brewer takes that one, just like on the other end, Ty Brewer dished it out, his brother.
And was that contact above the shoulders? Happened real quick in real time. I don't know that they're going to the monitor for this one, but good job, Brewer. Defending in space, sacrificing his body.
Potter
Bucs on a nice run.
Picks up his 3rd, so he has to go to the bench. In is Hollowell. Weber trying to post up against Broom. Comes out instead. There's Ty Brewer. Quick double from Broom. Weber for 3. Rims around and out, and then the putback no good from Ty Brewer. Brewer a second chance inside. Broom has the block, and Hall has the loose ball. Cooper all the way in for the deuce.
tough break. Ty Brewer attacking the offensive glass. Somebody got a hand on it, I couldn't see. Bucks slow in transition. Cooper makes the Bucks pay. Breaks a long dry spell for the Eagles.
Sloan in front of his own bench. Seen that matchup before, Sloan and Hollowell in the Southern Conference. Now here in non-conference play. King, he'll shoot it from anywhere. He's showing that today. Does take a top of the key three. That one rims off, and the rebound for Broom. Hall avoided a travel somehow. Now Cooper will set up the offense.
Well, ETSU liked that matchup. Didn't feel like Wolf could guard Jordan King in space. King backed him down, but couldn't knock down the clean look.
Wolf missed short. Broom has the offensive rebound. It's offensive rebound number 8 for Morehead State. 3 unanswered here in the second half for ETSU until then.
And again, in space, Broom rebounding. Once that ball hits his hands, it sticks.
Extra pass outside, Hall. Charlie fighting Janai for the rebound, and Broom saved it in, but it was to the Bucks.
Good block out by Weber. Got just enough of Broom that he couldn't secure it.
Quick double on Ty Brewer. He splits it. Brewer at the rack, tried to punch it with the left hand, but disrupting it was Broom. And now throwing it away is Hall. Threw it to where Wolf was, not where the young man was going, and that turnover will bring us to our defending OVC Freshman of the Year, the man we see here today, Janai Broom, for one of the best shot blocking teams in the country, top 10 in the nation with 62 blocks entering today.
And the amazing thing about Broom, has almost twice as many blocks as personal fouls.
Charlie Weber on the mark.
And Charlie stayed after shoot-around today and worked on that exact shot right there with assistant Montoris Robinson.
Ladarius Brewer is able to draw the foul after the takeaway. A hard collision right at midcourt. Brewer is up, and now so is Jalen Hall, but the pressure paying dividends for the Bucks.
It is. Charlie Weber knocking it down from distance. Continues that diamond pressure. Morehead a little quick, careless pass. Bucks on a nice run following the media.
4 turnovers the last 3.5 minutes for Morehead State, starting to become a bit of an issue. 9 turnovers on the game, just 4 for ETSU. And how about points off? The Bucks have turned those 9 turnovers into 15 points, while Morehead State has capitalized 0 times on the 4 turnovers for ETSU.
Tempo favoring the Bucks. Morehead prefers more of a grind where they can utilize that strength inside. Bucks able to negate some of the physicality by spreading the floor and turning up the heat defensively.
Hall and Ladarius Brewer both able to stay in the game after clattering, coming together of bodies, and a behind-the-back pass from David Sloan caught Charlie Weber off guard, just as we're talking about ETSU doing a good job taking care of the ball. There's their 5th turnover.
You never want to forfeit a possession, but goes out of bounds. Opportunity to set the defense. You don't get the double jeopardy consequences of a live ball turnover.
More pressure from ETSU. Broken this time easily by Talon Cooper and company. Trey Hollowell, hard off the heel. The rebound batted by Seabree, but David Sloan the first to it.
Good job defensively finding Hollowell in space and contesting that shot.
Big mismatch here. Number 4 versus number 4. Point guard Sloan versus center Broom. Sloan won the battle to the rim, and the tip in by Weber.
It was a good job by Broom pushing back, but Morehead unable to rotate during the scramble mode. Bucks able to finish it on the offensive glass.
TSU really turning up the heat defensively, as really defensively nothing has worked for either side so far today, but the Bucks causing some disruptions for the Eagles with that pressure. Now down low, it's Broom against Weber. Double from Ladarius Brewer. 2 on the shot clock. Hollowell has to hurry. Oh, right as the buzzer sounds.
Just a shooter making a shot. Tremendous job defensively. Ladarius Brewer digging, recovering to the shooter. Hollowell just knocks down a contested tray. Big basket.
60 of his 80 attempts on the season from the field were from 3, as Brewer can't respond. Rebound is anyone's to get. Broom has it and throws it to Seabree. Seabree, clear path to the cup with the hammer, the right-handed throwdown.
thought it was a missed opportunity on the offensive end. Ladarius Brewer out on the wings. He shows a little leather. Hall goes flying by him. Bucks have numbers in the half-court set. Instead, settle for the early three. Long rebound leads to a long miss and a run out for Morehead.
Kick ball by Broom, who, oh goodness, he came up a bit lame on that left foot. Possibly turned the ankle after he had that kick. Didn't look like there was much in it, but.
Well, I'm wondering if something maybe popped when he a little higher than the ankle.
Doesn't look too much the worse for wear, but is going to limp off the court. We'll keep an eye on that as Seabury also departs for Morehead State. They've got Cooper, Wolf, Potter, who's back in with the 3 fouls. Bryan and Hollowell is their 5. Mohab Yasser for ETSU operating against Potter at the free throw line, wild and out of control in a charge. And that's a rare mistake. Looked like a freshman there, did Mohab Yasser. Usually looks much older and wiser than how he did on that possession.
I like the thought and the aggression attacking the rim. Youngster knows the shot blocker's not on the floor, so drives it to the nail. Good job on ball defense, player control, foul, possession, Morehead.
More press from the Buccaneers and a pass to no one from Hollowell. Yasser makes up for his mistake. Goodness, are the Eagles really struggling with this press? Couple of turnovers that have led directly to buckets. Now they break it and they'll set up their offense in the front court.
Yeah, and Cooper has to come back to the basketball. He has to quarterback this offense against the pressure.
That up fake has fooled a number of Buccaneers today, and a miss right at the rim by Wolf. As wide open as you'll get, 1 foot from the cup.
Pump faked himself wide open.
And King and Wolf both going for that one after that.
And Mike, that's why the review took so long that they had to watch the highlight film of D'Amico Childress and that very game.
ETSU kept the ball after Jake Wolf knocked it away from David Sloan in the backcourt. 4 on the shot clock here for Jordan King. Challenges Wolf with the offhand. Jordan King flexes after that basket.
Jordan King feeling it. He doesn't think Wolf can guard him. With the offhand off the banking board, Bucks +6.
King's season high was 20 against Tennessee. He's got 15 today to tie for the team lead. Ladarius Brewer had the first 10 for the Bucks, just 5 since. Cooper against Weber. Over the top of Jordan King was L.J. Bryan Jr., and some Buccaneers on their bench were yelling for an over-the-back foul, but Bryan's headed to the free throw line instead.
Bucks negotiate the ball screening action. Morehead gets the 1-5 switch, but Weber able to stay with Cooper in space. Bucks just a step slow rotating. Bryan able to get the offensive rebound during the scramble.
And that foul was whistled on Charlie Weber, and that is number 4. Bryan looks like he has a pretty soft touch at that free throw line, despite coming in today at 2 of 6 from the charity stripe. Ty Brewer back in, Charlie Weber out. Foul situation elsewhere, no more than 2 on any other Buccaneer aside from Weber. Skylar Potter has 3 for Morehead State, no more than 2 on any other for the Eagles, as L.J. Bryan now 3 for 4 at the free throw line today after just 2 of 6 coming into today on the season.
And Morehead continues to play straight up man-to-man. Seen them utilize a lot of run and jump. Like to play the Bucks straight up thus far.
Jaden Seymour back in the game for ETSU, wearing number 22. Bounce pass for Ty Brewer from Jordan King. Seymour is going to post up against Bryan. Faces up, mid-range jump shot around and out. Mohab Yasser, offensive rebound. That one rolls off. Ty Brewer had a bat at it. Now Seymour again, and he lost it on the way up. Talon Cooper is fouled by Seymour, or is it a jump ball? We've got 2 referees that disagree. Chase Vaden and Zelton Steed. And it's going to be Vaden that wins out on that one with the foul on Seymour.
Vaden very emphatic with the whistle, stating that the contact came before the held ball. Good job coming together and communicating with fellow official Zelton Sneed. Tough break for the Bucks as they pound the offensive glass, but can't get one to go down.
Yeah, boy, Vaden, if he was a running back, would have burst through the entire 11 men defending him. Came in with some aggression. Hall up against Ty Brewer. That rims away. Broom, though, second chance, and he's fouled. 2 of 5 from the line today. And it's Seymour again. Couple of quick fouls. Couple of points for Seymour today, and he's now got 4. Boy, Weber and Seymour with 4 is putting the Bucks in a tight spot on the interior.
Not a lot of bulk or depth at the 5. Broom just imposing his will. The one area of his game where he struggles at the free throw line. An awful lot of right hand. The offhand on top of that ball. He's going to have to move that over to the side as his career progresses.
Broom does make both. Morehead State back within 2 as we approach the halfway point of this second half. And Seymour is remaining with those 4 fouls because of, as you said, Bruce, a lack of depth at that 5 position. King, Seymour, Patterson, Ty Brewer, and Mohab Yasser. King behind the back dribble. Monty Patterson, 6 on the shot clock, can't get anywhere. King on the E of ETSU, will drive, scoop shot. Seymour the offensive rebound, big block by Broom, but a foul. And Broom has his second.
A rare foul by Broom, but it's Jaden Seymour, the extra effort. Hustle play, offensive rebound, extending the possession.
Seymour, today's first Horizon player bio for ETSU. First double-figure game as a Buck last time out against Lenore Ryan. 23 points in the last 3 games after just 7 in his opening 6 contests as a Buck. And we talked about it off the top, and recently it's going to be a lot more on his shoulders with Silas Adeke gone. And Cordell Charles, another option on the inside. But Seymour and Charles both 6'8", in the neighborhood of 200 pounds. About the only other size outside of Ty Brewer left on this active roster along with Weber.
Again, not a lot of bulk there. Compensate with athleticism and length. Seymour showing the ability to rebound in space.
And the Wichita State transfer makes both free throws. Down low, this is Broom against Seymour, and Seymour's gone with 9:44 to go. That is number 5 on Jaden Seymour. And how smart for Morehead State to go right to Broom and attack the man with 4 fouls.
Well, and if you're Seymour, you want to be aggressive there and chest the player with a basketball, but you also have to be cognizant of the fact that help is coming.
And so it's going to be Cordell Charles that replaces him. I just don't think that you can risk getting Charlie Weber his 5th foul, bringing him in with 9:44 to go right now. Charles has only played 5 minutes today. Had a breakout game also against Lenore Ryan, 14 points after scoring just 11 in his other 6 appearances. I think against Division I competition, that's where Charles and Seymour still have to prove their mettle for the CTSU team as Broom knocks down the first free throw, 3 in a row now for the tremendous, technically still freshman, sophomore academically.
Well, Charles is going to get an education tonight down low.
Broom 2 for 2. And Morehead State has it back to a 2-point game. Yasser. 4th consecutive game with 8 points or more, Yasser. He's 4 of 5 from the floor with 4 rebounds. And a foul called on Wolf. That is his second. Wolf has been impressive so far tonight, averaging 6 points per game coming in. Has nearly doubled that. Skylar Potter's been a bit off for the Eagles, second leading scorer, but he's got just 3 points. Wolf has picked up where he's left off.
Hampered by foul trouble early, had a couple of nice shots, but unable to get in the flow of the game due to foul difficulty.
Over at the top of the shot blocker, Jordan King is in the zone.
PSU's best offense on a number of occasions has been Jordan King with the basketball in his hands in a dwindling shot clock.
Broom against Ty Brewer now, and that one's in. Can ETSU go with Brewer against Broom, or is he just too skilled of a big man?
A lot of size, a lot of bulk. Going to have to push him out. Certainly can't allow him to catch with 2 feet in the paint.
Yasser knocks down another, and he's into double.
In transition after stops. That's so integral in Desmond Oliver's system.
After the Morehead Yasser mid-range jumper right before the timeout, Morehead State looks to cut it back to a 1-possession lead, and they do so. They're trying to front Janai Broom. It hasn't worked all night.
It's not all on the interior, though. Have to guard that perimeter with high hands. Too easy a pitch and catch. Broom with those tremendous hands.
Cordell Charles almost wedged that one between the rim and the backboard. Good to see Broom back in after he limped off earlier. Appears to be just fine as he runs the floor here. Looks for the ball down low. Instead, Cooper will keep it. Wolf, it rotates on the perimeter to Potter. And a 3 seconds in the lane call.
Quick hitters. Big disparity, Mike, at the free throw line. Morehead 13 out of 20. ETSU 4 makes on only 4 attempts.
Bucks have been able to even some of that out from beyond the arc. 11 threes to Morehead State's 7 as Ty Brewer goes down low, kicks it out to King. Still plenty of time in the shot clock. King gonna go middle, flips it outside to Ladarius Brewer, who's looking to reappear for the Buccaneers. Dishes to his brother, and no brotherly love on that jumper as it goes out of bounds off the right side of the rim. Morehead State ball looking to pull within 1 or tie.
Bucks got what they wanted. There's a point of emphasis during shoot-around to overload the wings, open up the middle third, and try to ISO Broom in space, open up a straight-line drive by Ty Brewer. Good job pushing back by Broom and forcing the miss.
Hollowell to Wolf, heavily contested by Ladarius Brewer. Wolf trying to rip it away, and a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Morehead State. Charlie Weber for ETSU remains on the bench with 4 fouls. If you're just joining us, Jaden Seymour fouled out already with right about 10 minutes to go. So 2 Buccaneer bigs in trouble. Right now it's a very small lineup for ETSU. Ty Brewer essentially playing the 5.
And Vonnie Patterson at 6'4" playing the 4.
Some precipitation wiped up off the floor as Jordan King, Vonnie Patterson, Ty Brewer, Ladarius Brewer, and David Sloan await the inbound from Talon Cooper, who's joined by Hollowell, Potter, Broom, and Wolf. Cooper whips it into the corner. Hollowell, knocked down. Into double figures, Hollowell, the 3rd Eagle to get there.
Bucks just lost Hollowell. Spotting up in the corner, hammer pass, knocks it down to knock the score at 65.
And a bench warning going to be whistled on Preston Spradlin, his coaching staff, and the Eagles. Wry smile on Coach Spradlin's face. I'm not sure he would see eye to eye with Zelton Steed, Chase Vaden, and Chris King on that call. Tied at 65, the Buccaneers looking to move back ahead.
Talking about the Bucks going small. It's essentially a small lineup for Morehead State. They'll play 4 guards around Broom. So Charlie Weber back in the lineup.
And you can bet that they're going to go to Broom on the offensive end as Ladarius Brewer is called for a charge. Skylar Potter, a heady play to take the contact and go down. Ladarius Brewer, that's foul number 3, and Potter is our First Horizon player bio for Morehead State. One of the big reasons that the Eagles were able to make the ascension that they did from 13 wins in the 2019-20 season to 23 last year. Came over from Wright State after 2 seasons in the Horizon League. All-OVC newcomer team last year. All-OVC tournament team as well. Scored 18 in the NCAA tournament game against West Virginia.
Really athletic. Essentially plays the 4 for them at 6'3".
Cooper. Potter, there he is. Missed one short, and Jordan King is going to try and run in transition. Getting back Morehead State, and the Bucks will set it up with King and Weber up top. Ladarius Brewer slashes, wasn't even looking at the rim and flipped it up and in. Incredible.
And that's what he does. That's another day at the office. for Ladarius Brewer. Just hangs in the air, lets the defender fly by.
David Sloan, the steal in the backcourt against Cooper, drops it off for Brewer, who fumbled with it. Another no look. This one's no good and knocked out of bounds by Hollowell last. Wow, Ladarius Brewer must have eyes in the back of his head.
And doesn't get the shot to go down, but the presence of mind to fight for the offensive glass and get a hand on it, keep it alive in space.
David Sloan, that steal number 7 for ETSU today. They entered 83rd in the nation in steals with 68. That's right about an average of 8 per game, so they're right at it. Brewer doubled. David Sloan given an inch, takes a mile. Third 3 for David Sloan.
And who made the pass? Ladarius Brewer after the drive, draw, and dish.
See if they go to Broom with Weber saddled with 4 fouls. Comes the pick and roll. Weber doubles and a takeaway on the backdoor pass. It was intended for Potter. Brewer lost it for a moment. Now finds Sloan. Heat check. He's hot. 4-3 for Sloan. 2 minutes and 1 second. They'll turn to Wolf, Cooper, Potter, Hollowell, and Broom. Their best 5. Their starting 5. They're so often out there together. Broom posting up Weber. Weber's got 5 fouls. Broom turned into a double team. Still goes over Weber. Good contest without fouling by Ladarius Brewer. David Sloan, bullet pass. Jordan King. Missed that one long. Charlie Weber, though, offensive rebound. Ladarius Brewer weaves through traffic. Look at the hook. Misses, and the rebound is cleared by the Eagles. Cooper to Broom, isolated against Weber outside. Wolf is wide open and makes the Bucks pay.
It's been Wolf. Every time it seems when Morehead's needed a basket, they go to him. After the Bucks double team the post, somebody has to be open. Great read by Broom, finding his teammate. Wolf active without the basketball, making himself available.
Lipscomb transfer. Wolf on the floor is Potter to try and get it, but he landed. Tyrion won that game by exactly 5. They're 1-0 in these situations. King, Sloan, Weber, and the Brewers for ETSU. Sloan sets up the offense. 5 on the shot clock. They're late to get into their set. Sloan's going to have to fire a 3. Rimmed it around and out, and the rebound for Wolf. Boy, that was halfway down. Wolf feeling confident. Missed that one, though. Ty Brewer tries to save it and does. Underneath Morehead State's basket to David Sloan.
Dangerous play. Fortunately, Sloan just happened to be there. Might not survive scrutiny in the film session tomorrow. You don't want to throw that ball in under your defensive basket wildly like that.
Back cut for Charlie Weber. Great off-ball move by Weber. And with the 4 fouls, makes a big play for his team.
Set play, great timing. Beautiful feed.
Oh, Wolf was caught in between trying to pass it and hold on to it, and then commits a foul after the turnover.
And a break for Morehead that Wolf commits that foul, because if Brewer gets the head and shoulders around, it's 2-on-1 ETSU.
6th foul on Morehead State, so that's their final to give before the 1-1. And now they've got to feel like their backs are firmly against the wall. Under 3 minutes to go, down 7. ETSU with a 3, of which they're just 3 away from tying the school record in triples with 13 so far today. That would make it a double-digit game.
A critical time and score possession. ETSU with a short floor and a long clock.
Brewer ISOs against Cooper over the top of him, and it falls. 9-point lead for ETSU.
With the left hand. Cooper did all you can defensively. Brewer just backed him down and does what Ladarius Brewer does. Hangs in the air, takes, and makes a difficult deuce.
Brewer up above the pack, got hit in the face after the rebound, and Wolf has picked up his 4th foul.
And ETSU has simply flipped the script on Morehead State. Bucks the aggressor in the second half.
It was 65-65 not so long ago, and then ETSU scored 8 straight. But I think you're right, Bruce. You look back to that first half, throughout much of the opening 20 minutes, it looked like Morehead State was the hungrier, more aggressive team, but coming out of the locker room, the Bucks have been the better group.
Well, I think fighting this relentless pressure, the full court press, the diamond press by ETSU has taken some energy away from Morehead. Not as much spring in the lower body on those second and third chance opportunities. Fewer and farther between than in the first period.
Ladarius Brewer goes 1 for 2, does set a new season high, his 20th point, and gives ETSU a 10-point lead, 78-68, the biggest lead the Bucks have had all night. Potter spots. Rebound knocked off of Ladarius Brewer last. With 1:55 to go, boy, do the Eagles need points and in a hurry.
And don't have to have a three. They do need something aggressive and at the rim quickly.
Potter again. Rebound goes off of the rim into Ladarius Brewer, who's got his 8th rebound, tying his brother Ty for the team lead.
And ETSU, one of the better free throw shooting teams in the country. Nobody out there that's a liability at the free throw line right now.
And Freedom Hall coming alive for their team, showing the appreciation for the great performance. That's too strong from David Sloan. The door slightly ajar here for the Eagles. Hollowell steps into a 3 and got it. And I think a smart thing, we've got 2 timeouts and needed to burn one.
Can't take them home with you. Costly turnover. Let's see if Morehead can convert.
Here's Broom against Weber. He got it. Broom's got 22, a game high on just 10 field goal attempts. A double-double as well to go along with 5 assists. All of a sudden, just a 5-point game with 1 minute to go. Ladarius Brewer able to find his brother in the front court, and Cooper reaches in from behind on Ty Brewer. That is foul number 8. And I think a perfect situation for Morehead State to foul because these are 1-and-1s, some pressure on the front end.
Yeah, for ETSU, you have to know that Broom is a left-hand, right shoulder guy. He turns the right shoulder 100 times out of 100.
Not sure Ty Brewer was the one to foul. He's 9 for 9 at the line this year. Stays perfect.
Doesn't even draw iron. Now for ETSU, do you extend pressure here? Not necessarily to steal the basketball, but just to run a little time. Certainly you don't want to risk fouling. But
again, right through without even touching the tin. Brewer hits both. Now 11 of 11 at the free throw line this year. ETSU is 5th in the nation in free throw percentage, over 80%. Cooper going after Weber. Down low, Broom again, great position. There's just no stopping him inside. 45.5 to go, 5-point game again.
And again, plenty of time for Morehead.
That went through the hands of Jordan King. Ball's on the floor. Hollowell had it poked away by Ty Brewer. Eagle ball. 2 backcourt turn-up. Cooper. Run a play for Seabury, who's going to shoot a 3. It wasn't a clean catch. He misses. Broom fading away, misses as well. ETSU has the loose ball and Ty Brewer. Now David Sloan's away with it, and he's fouled. Well, you wish if you're Morehead State, Seabury would have had a clean catch. He was behind in his rhythm, and once he put it up, left it short. Then Broom was off balance, just not the looks you were hoping for.
And Broom felt like he had to get it back to the rim quickly, but unable to spring off 2 feet. Bucks get a stop. Now it's about taking care of the basketball and making free throws.
David Sloan is a tremendous free throw shooter, 21 of 24 at the line this year. But really, there's, as you mentioned earlier, Bruce, not a poor free throw shooter, it seems, on the roster.
And what a luxury having 6'9" Charlie Weber that can not only make free throws, but you can trust him with a basketball as well. That way, Desmond Oliver able to go big down the stretch.
Right on cue, David Sloan misses, but then Trey Hollowell a miss, and here comes Charlie Weber. He's going to put the finishing touches on this one. 6. Cooper got to hurry, and it's just not happening fast enough for the Eagles. Hollowell with a miss. There's Seabury out to Cooper. This buzzer-beating jumper won't